What's up, everybody?
What's up, Blue Wallers?
Blue Wall in the house. Blue Wall Podcast. What's the date? April 26th? Is it April 26th? 7th. April 27th. This is episode number 29, I believe.
Yeah.
Man, I lose track and I forget. One time I said 26 and it was 27.
It's going to get to a point where you just, who cares what episode it is? It's 7,506.
Yes, maybe. It might.
Got to document every one of them with a diary. Today, we talked about something so cool.
So episode 29, we talked about something so cool. I can't get the social stream on my thing.
What's it doing, not clicking?
Wait, is that up there? Yeah.
The off button is confusing, Hardline.
Oh, are you getting comments?
No, that's from last week.
Oh, the off button. Oh, it was. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's so I have to close down 3 things when I close it down. I have to do like the sound, the broadcast, and then before you stop that, you have to it's going to ask you to save it before you hit stop record or something like that. It makes you do all this crap. Probably because we have a low budget that doesn't afford us to get the quality programs that we need to run a nice quality.
I think the budget is there is no budget.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you get what you get, suckers.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna. You can follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. At Blue Wall Podcast is our Twitter handle. If you don't have Twitter, you need to get it. Get with it. Twitter, everybody's got it. I just got it because of all the famous people were doing it. And that's how they were talking to each other. That's how you can talk to a famous person the easiest. Twitter. If you can get under their skin or if they want to be nice and be cool to you.
You're talking about trolling people?
I guess that's what that would be, right?
Yeah.
I don't do that, but
I don't intentionally go around starting fights with people on the internet.
No, I just like it for the networking. You can just see its information gets shared. It's just a social network, right?
Yeah.
Also on Facebook, you can like our page on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Blue Wall Podcast. And if you don't have Facebook, get with it. Come on now. I mean,
they don't have Facebook. They're probably not watching.
I'm going to have to just stop that and restart that one up there. That was not happening. Yeah, so I went to Wish You Were Here last night, the Pink Floyd cover band. Rocked my ass off at Newport in Columbus, Ohio. And
How much was it to get in?
$20.
Not bad.
No, it was not. Because beers were $8. And then if you're a nice person and want to tip
$2.
appropriately, yes, so it cost me $10 to get a beer.
Yeah.
It was a big beer, but
at least you tip, man. That's a good thing.
My girlfriend is in that business and I see it and I understand it.
My mom's lived it.
I
waited tables for 8
Sometimes
years.
Unless you've been close to it, you don't understand or appreciate what's going on. And
I know they make good money too, though. They're not like the bottom of the rung, though. Servers make a good amount of money. I always did very well when I served. You just don't have any benefits. You know what I mean? You don't have any insurance, anything like that.
Right, but you do make good money, but you are relying on those tips for that money.
Yeah. The Olive Garden had a good setup. Not to promote anybody.
The who?
Olive Garden.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that. Are we allowed to say that? Oh, we still have our Facebook page thing up here. I got to get with it.
Well, if somebody has a problem with me saying that, Olive Garden is a very good setup for their employees. I guess they'll just come and find me and try to sue me.
Will they?
But I'm not slandering them. I'm promoting them.
Yeah, but they don't. You're not allowed to advertise for free for them.
Not advertising for them. I'm just saying that they do have insurance. They have a lot.
Do they?
Yeah, they have a lot of programs you can get in. They have savings. They have price match on savings.
That's me here. All right. Finally got it going. I'm gonna move it over there. My bad. Didn't mean to interrupt you with the...
Nah, that was it. That's all I wanted to say, really.
And that's good. I mean, it's good to know.
Yeah.
We're here. Okay, so wait, we gotta remind some people something. I gotta get this thing out of my way before I pull it off of here.
What was going on down at
Um,
Earth Gathering? Did you go? I didn't get a chance to go, man.
yeah, I went
Missed
down there.
it.
I ran the. Okay, here's what happened.
You
I
ran the
went.
city
I
walk?
ran the 5K for PTSD.
That's not the city walk.
No, I did not. I saw the water walk happening. I ran past the water walk, and then I ran the 5K, and then I went to the Earth Gathering, and then I went to Columbus, and that's what happened.
So what happened at the Earth Gathering, man?
I was there long enough to see all the cool shit, and
You walked around the booths.
yes, it
Was the Folk Society down there?
the what?
Folk Society
I can't tell what's going on.
giving out like miniature lessons for free.
Yeah, music lessons.
Yeah,
Yes.
on the guitar
Yes,
mainly.
and bongos and violins and fiddles or whatever.
Hippies everywhere too.
Um,
8 or
I mean,
10.
a little. It wasn't what you would think. Like there was a
Nah.
lot of regular
I know,
looking
I
people,
know.
but
Yeah.
there was hippie people too.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
a good time.
I
The
might,
music is
like
great,
as you
usually.
said, I might be part hippie. I don't know.
No, I didn't say you're a part hippie.
I got bit by
You
a
got
hippie.
bit
bug.
by a hippie at some point, and then you're slowly like a werewolf turns into. You know what I mean, a guy. He's walking around. All of a sudden, he's starting to change. Your hair's starting to grow out.
I'm slowly turning
You're-
into a hippie.
You're composting. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm just trying to do my part
All right.
to preserve the
You're
earth.
gonna show up in a tie dye.
Man, I haven't gone that far
Not
yet.
yet.
But I'm
It's
starting to
coming.
see a lot of people do it, and it's
Yeah.
cool.
Tie
I don't
dyes are
know.
awesome. Get one if you haven't had. I got 2 in my closet.
See, yeah, I don't have a tie dye.
I got a red, white, and blue American one that I made myself at a picnic. And I got another just crazy one.
Oh, I should have tried to see if they had patchouli oil, or is that what it's called?
I don't know, man.
at the Earth Gathering.
I'm sure they did.
Man, I went into the
Bunch
pump
of
house.
homemade food,
The
too.
artwork.
Yeah.
There's some expensive art in there.
Really?
Like they have some high prices on stuff, like close
At
to
the pump
$1,000, $500, all over the place.
Well,
$400
that's not that bad.
for. I mean, no, but for me, that's expensive.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nice artwork.
They say never buy a piece of art unless you can't live without it. That's your only rule for buying art.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
No matter how much you pay.
Yeah.
Or really,
If you can't live without it, that's the only reason you should buy some artwork.
that's the only reason you should buy anything.
Not true.
Really? No, you don't think?
Hobbies or an interest.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Okay, well. Yeah. Yes.
Art's, I don't know. Art's entertainment, I guess, unless you're creating it and then it turns into something
I
more.
mean,
but just
So
enjoying
is that kind of saying you don't ever buy art?
No,
Someone's art?
I buy lots of
Can't
art.
live without
Music.
it? You can live without it?
Yeah, I can live without. I could have easily lived without buying CDs when you had to buy CDs.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean? But I bought them anyway because it wasn't a digital age. People are like, music, why didn't you just download it somewhere? Or, you buy a couple songs for $2 or $3 instead of $15 CD.
I was only down there long enough to hear one guy sing, and that Zach Allen, the
Yeah.
first guy, and
He's
then I
telling
had
me
to
about
take
that.
off. Yeah, he was really good. It was.
Was it,
good.
what he sing? Acoustic, is that what he
Yeah.
sang? And he just...
I wish I could remember some of the songs he sang because I knew them all, most of them. They were, like he was doing covers, and I think he did some of his own. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, it was real good.
What was the name of his band?
It was him. It was just him. It was Zach Allen.
Huh.
And there was a UFC last night.
Oh, yeah.
UFC 172. John Jones versus Glover Teixeira. And Glover Teixeira got manhandled. And I didn't get to see it from what I read, though. John Jones just put it on
Tore him
him.
apart.
5 rounds.
You can't say tore him apart because it went all 5 rounds.
Yeah, but he apparently...
Dude's tough.
And, yeah, I mean, everybody thought Glover Teixeira had a better shot at that.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's any news on it. I didn't even look that up.
I didn't even
I've been
get
doing...
to watch it last night. We went home early. I went home early and went to bed.
I've been trying to do all the MMA shit on the other... I haven't done it yet, but on the Jiu-Jitsu show podcast that I never have time to do.
I'm your first follower on there.
Are you? Yes.
Yeah. So you got one. I got you started. It's like a snowball. It's going to build up downhill.
Dana White says UFC 172 was Jones' best performance ever.
He didn't knock anybody out.
Tito Ortiz thinks the UFC is trying to erase him from history. Tito's a little drama queen, I think.
How does a person even say that about himself? Even if they are. What gives you the right to go out and say it, Tito Ortiz?
Yeah. You guys are trying to erase me from history.
That's funny.
No doubt. Jones sets numerous light heavyweight records.
What, for strikes?
Okay, I'll look it up. We'll see what these numerous records are. Not only was John Jones very impressive in his win over Glover Teixeira at UFC 172, the win put him in several places in the UFC record book. Jones earned his 14th UFC light heavyweight victory, surpassing Chuck Liddell and Rashad Evans for the wins in modern 205-pound history. Jones' 11-fight UFC winning streak is the longest active streak in the light heavyweight division and the longest in the history of the weight class. Wow, he surpassed Chuck Liddell already? Damn. Now, do they go longest as in fights or longest as in time? Because... You know, I mean, some people fight more in an amount of time. Like Chuck Liddell was fighting all the time, and he wouldn't have And Chuck called Jones out on that. He was like, he said he would have fought Chael Sonnen when Chael Sonnen stepped up to fight. He wouldn't have ruined UFC 152 or whatever it was.
That's funny.
Yes, Jones' 7 consecutive UFC light heavyweight title defenses are the most in the divisional history. Jones' 138 significant strikes landed were the most ever in a UFC light heavyweight title fight. Jones has now landed 824 significant strikes in his UFC tenure. Is that right? Passing Forrest Griffin, 796. Wow. Forrest Griffin was up there like that for the most light heavyweight in history. In light heavyweight history, Jones avoided all 5 of his opponent's takedown attempts, boosting his overall takedown defense rate to 96.6%. Dang. 28 of 29 on that. The best defense percentage of any fighter in UFC history. Really? He's that freaking tall, nobody can take him down. Yeah.
Is that bad? Did I break it?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
96.6, is that... Yeah.
Is that bad?
Is that bad?
I'll try again. I'll do it again. I'll do better. Yeah, man, he's good. I want to see him. I just want to see the Gustafsson rematch. Gustafsson.
Right. Oh, we were going to remind people how to comment on our social stream on Ustream, on the live stream. You go to Ustream, and I believe you have to create an account. It's free, and then that way you can get on to watch it on there on Ustream and then be able to comment on the social stream that's right down to the right of the video before you enlarge it. Right? Would that be well said?
You're right.
And that's what you need to do. Just
you're fairly right.
Go
anyway.
to ustream.com, www.ustream.com, start your account, your profile, or what it may be. and do
It
that.
might you might not even have to open an account to watch, but to comment,
But
you'll
to
have
comment,
to.
yeah, you can watch it. You're watching it right now if you're hearing me right now, but or if you're not on YouTube later. But to do it live, yeah, go on to Ustream, start a profile, and I think after you do that, you can actually broadcast your own stuff live right from your own smartphone if you have one.
Yeah.
You can just
Mine gives a great picture. I mean, it looks like a nice video cam. Quality is really good.
yeah. So like
I couldn't
if
believe it. Especially if you have Wi-Fi, like somewhere. If you just have like 4G, it's still pretty nice. But if you have Wi-Fi, it's great.
yeah, so if you have like a sweet ass bird nest out your back, your kitchen window or something, you got some birds, you can set your phone up in the window, record it, broadcast your morning window view every morning live on Ustream while
Yep.
people are up having coffee. They can be looking out your window at the pretty birds because they might be living in an apartment, so they just put their projector on the wall and it made it look like they had a window, and thanks to you, they're living life more open, like, and they turn the fan on so they feel like they're getting a
That
breeze.
sounds like a science fiction movie where I've seen them where you walk in the room and the room just changes to whatever you want.
Oh, what was that? I saw
You could
that
have
in
a
a
city
movie.
view or a country view, and it was nothing. It wasn't even a window. It was just a blank wall.
What was that
I don't.
movie?
There's several movies that have done that, or books maybe. Either way, I might be confusing books and movies.
No, I've seen it in a movie. The walls did change to like a jungle scene, sort of like a plant, a rainforest type thing or something maybe.
That's probably the way it'll end up too.
And then you can just actually walk right into it. Probably.
You have this thing on a cycle where it goes back and forth, or
What?
the cameras.
No, I have to do it.
Oh, have you just been doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was on like an automatic. Every 15 minutes it goes from
No.
every few seconds.
No, that would be cool. That would be cool. But see, that's why it's hard to try to do the camera like on whoever's talking maybe, and then actually be the one talking, and try to do all that and
You need a tech guy.
it's that, or like it helps when we have more people than
Yeah.
two. It really does. Because I don't always have to pay as much attention.
Yeah.
I can just butt in the conversation, and
I'm
and
thinking
then
about
that's-
something totally different.
And then that's why
Let me
you guys
tell
are,
you.
yeah, that's why you guys are like, yeah, that's what we just said. Oh, you just said that? Well, fuck.
Did you see that SpaceX, the Falcon 9? It did like a soft landing in the ocean
No.
because they're trying to. It's like the first stage of the rocket that goes up in the air, and then it breaks off, and usually they just crash back to Earth wherever in the ocean, most generally. But this one came down. I think it was trying to land on land, but it comes down, and it fires a little bit of fuel that it had left, and it just like sets itself down on the ground.
New technology.
Yeah, so you don't
Yeah.
have to build a whole new one. You just
They're
recycle.
saving money.
Yeah,
Thank God. Yeah,
they said that
Took
they're
so
going
long.
to save quite a bit, but
I'd imagine.
they want to send people to Mars and land them like that.
Land them in a rocket like
Yeah.
that. Well, that's how they landed on the moon, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, pretty much.
it had the little dome with the legs that came out.
Yeah, and it
was-
fired a little.
and then spread out and landed. Yeah, I think you're right.
I've been in. I don't know if it was the exact one. It was a space museum in Kansas, in Hutchinson, Kansas, called the Cosmosphere,
I don't know.
or something like that.
What all did you learn?
There was like a bunch of like space vehicles, like that pod, like that. I don't know if it was
okay,
that
yeah.
one.
It was like a museum or something.
Yeah, and you could go in stuff.
Did it have one of them Jeeps that they drove?
Yeah, the rover thing on the moon. Yeah,
Those are Jeeps, man.
were they?
Yeah. Those are awesome.
I'm gonna try to look this place
But
up.
man, a manned space flight to Mars, that would take forever. It's one of those one-way trips. You're not coming back from that. Like, we're just going to send you out there, and hopefully we can send you some more food continually, but don't count on it.
Yeah, Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah,
We
they would
may
have
not
to be
ever
doing
be able to
indoor
get to you.
gardening for sure. That's got to be the first thing you got to set up, a way to make sure you're gonna have a constant
Oxygen.
supply of water, oxygen, and food, because anything else that isn't
It takes
important.
quite a bit of plants to
It's gonna be hard enough to live. The
be
plants can make
harmonious.
oxygen. Yeah.
But to be harmonious, it takes a good bit of, whatever you're planting. It would have to be like some type of algae.
Watch it. It would probably be. I wonder if hemp is the
No.
the number one oxygen
No.
producing plant. I was thinking it'd probably be something like that. They'd be
No.
like, well, that's why we're not doing it. We're not going to Mars because
Give me a
we have to
second.
use hemp. I think it might be.
I bet it's some type of algae.
I bet you're right. That life came from the sea.
Phytoplankton provides 50% of Earth's oxygen. That might be just because there's so much.
Oh yeah.
What is the number one source of oxygen?
Plant.
Well, of course it's plant, but
Oh, you
what
think?
plant? It has to be plant. Some type of,
Production.
yeah. I bet it's some type of algae, though.
Do you think?
Yeah. And you think it's some type of cannabis, which I doubt
think it's
highly.
algae as well. I believe
What?
you're more right.
No, you have to
You're
pick something.
no
different.
okay. Well, it's probably is something from the sea. Has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where
I was
life
thinking
came from.
seaweed also, but
Like-
then I thought even smaller.
No,
'cause there'd
really?
be more.
I don't know either, but I believe you're more on the right path than I am. I was just I was just bullshitting, man. I was just trying to think of something that would be the most controversial thing that would produce oxygen and be a reason why they would not take it to Mars. We can't be having them up there with this weed on Mars in a space station. They're going to be smoking it.
Probably. It's good for your health to bring oxygen producing plants into your house.
It's good to, and just to see plants. It's good. Do you think a plant has intelligence?
Okay, this is so weird. I would not have thought this. I don't even know if it's accurate. It's just on this
A mushroom?
health. No. Sprouts for food, especially sweet pea sprouts, buckwheat sprouts, or sunflower sprouts.
Oh, we're making sprouts. They're
have
going
some?
in a jar,
You will
yeah.
have a fantastic mini greenhouse effect in your living space. You will also get supplemental oxygen orally by eating raw living greens. Living greens. So you can't even cook them. It'd be hard.
Just like salads. Green salad.
Number 2 is also, we were way off. Snake plant, aka mother-in-law tongue.
AKA something else. I've never heard of either one.
It converts a lot of oxygen or carbon dioxide to oxygen at night, making it ideal to have several in your bedroom.
And
6 to 8 waist high. Damn.
makes more oxygen in your bedroom?
That's per person. So if you have 2 people, you're going to need 12 or 14 or 6, like some high number. You could live in a completely air-sealed room if you had these plants and the Areca palms present. The snake plant also removes odor from the air.
Really?
So 6 to 8 of them could keep you alive in a bubble, a totally closed bubble.
What do they look like? Are they bushy?
Not really. They look like, I don't know. You just have to see a picture of them.
But sprouts are better? I wonder how much sprouts you need to
Sprouts,
actually
yeah.
improve the oxygen level in your in your house.
I don't know. That's
You know,
a
because
tough
we have
question.
just a jar
The
going.
question is, will they live under just regular Like what kind of wattage light do you gotta have?
Just in the window, or just we had them on the show like.
Well, you can't put 6 or 8 in the window. That's
sprouts.
Of any
all
of
those
them.
things. Yeah, I don't know.
You'd have to have like a mini greenhouse on your house with a fan circulating it. I bet you could do that. Have a nice little.
It might be.
Well, I mean, sprouts. Sweet pea sprout. I don't know if I've ever had buckwheat sprouts though.
I don't know what sprouts I've had. Brussels. Those aren't even a sprout, are they?
And the third is the Areca palm. It removes 2 chemicals from the air also. And it also happens to convert CO2 to oxygen.
Really?
Yeah, having 4 shoulder-high plants of these per person in your household provides enough oxygen to survive on during daylight hours. They need to be cleaned though, once a week. If you got bad airflow. So
where do you get this plant?
cleaning.
What's it called again?
The Areca palm. That's the 3rd best oxygen producer, and the second one is the snake plant, aka mother-in-law's tongue. Then they have air cleaning plants.
Have you seen them before?
No, none of these. The number 1 air cleaning plant, Madagascar dragon tree, aka red-edged dracaena.
And we just want to remind everybody, if you're just now tuning in, that you can go to, you're on Ustream. If you go to, I think you start a profile on Ustream, so you have your own personal profile, you will be able to comment on our social stream that's to the right. Well, I don't even know if you can see it if you don't have the profile, actually. But once you make it, it'll be to the right of your screen. There will be a social stream that you can make comments on and talk to us, ask questions about topics or anything.
Do you have any other events coming up in
Events? I don't.
What did you just do today? Didn't you just
I
do
did,
a grappling tournament
yeah,
today?
we went we had 3 guys at a grappling tournament today in Lancaster.
Anybody you know like get any place or whatever?
No, our guys all won their first one and lost their second ones.
Are they improving though?
Yes, definitely.
Well, that's why you do tournaments.
Everybody's always getting better up there. It's great. Like, the competition gets better as on their level as they're getting better. So they make each other better from competing. Really, they go back and they're like, man, I got to get that guy next time. Yeah, he's getting me in that. I'm gonna work on that. So yeah, it's really good. It's awesome because they do it in a cage and it gets people used to.
Being in a cage, the nervousness.
Yeah, competing.
How many people usually attend?
There was probably, like, as far as guys competing, it wasn't a whole lot. Like, today was probably about less than 20, maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, it was like last couple hours.
So not.
There's like 3 weight classes.
Not too big of a crowd then.
No, it's just in their gym. Yeah. I mean, nobody showed up today. Really, not that many people.
Have you had bigger ones?
Oh yeah, a lot of times they get like 30 guys or something like that, at least. It's not a major. I mean, it's only $10 to get in. It's not a big tournament. It's just for a couple hours long.
For practice.
MMA oriented, and good
it's for
experience.
Hard practice. Yeah.
It's awesome. I feel like that style of grappling should, there could be a sport with it, have more tournaments. Because MMA is, it's just a different style. You got to have the cage, the wall. It's completely different than open mat grappling.
Yeah, because once you hit that side plane, you can use that differently than you could in most, like karate or any of those other disciplines.
Right, but that containment is where it comes.
It makes it almost 2D instead. Instead of just flat, and then when you're out of bounds, you go back.
Right. Yeah.
You're up against the wall,
yeah,
so now
3D.
You can put your feet up on the wall. You can do whatever.
Put your 3D glasses on, and now you're in there.
You can't as long as you don't grab the fence, right? You can bounce off of it or
push guys on it, push off of it, kick off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different.
tool.
It's more realistic, like a real life situation.
Yeah.
Like if we got a fight in this studio room here, like we got these walls around us and crap. Like
Be the worst fight ever.
that would definitely. There's not enough room to even try to fight in here.
You couldn't.
I'd have to be like, dude, how about we go outside? Let's step outside.
I want to mess up my equipment.
Like, yeah, look at this. Like, where?
I know I keep saying it, but man, I do want to get back in the gym and do some things.
Is somebody keeping tally of how many times this guy's saying
I think
this?
it's probably at least in the 40s.
Come one day a week. Start with one day a week.
A week. See,
yeah.
that's
You don't
what
have
I
to
thought.
commit. Like, you know what I mean? You're if you're thinking about commitment, like that's gonna keep you. You're just like, that's a lot of time or whatever. Just one day a week, man. Start with that and see how you feel.
I
See what you want to do.
decide if I want it to be like cardio, like a fit class, or if I just want to do the grappling. I kind of want to do both because, man, we was out there like doing ropes today, like the big ropes.
I've
and
got
a
one of
mace,
those.
like a mace workout with a big heavy mace and
The long thing with the ball at the end of it.
Yeah.
The long one. Yeah. Who had that? Somebody you know?
Casey.
Where did he get it from On It?
I don't know. We'd have to call.
They have
get a
some
hold of
sweet
him and find
maces.
out.
So you're like swinging it around behind. It's kind of like you can sort of do some of those with a sledgehammer as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could. It's the exact same thing except for round. So yeah.
But they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can even hit the tire with it.
Yeah. They didn't do that today. Just a bunch of like.
But those
squatting
ropes,
down
it's
too.
all good core
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Yeah. Shoulders, man. Shoulders are killing me.
hmm
My legs are killing me.
Which
from
kind
all
of
the
ropes did you
squats.
do? The waves? Did you do
Waves,
like?
2 up and down, jumping jacks?
Yeah.
Clap.
Do you do slams where you
Jump
slip
up in
and
the air and
slam
slam it, yeah.
and then clean up?
Snake.
Oh, you hit them all. Yeah, you hit them all.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was the worst,
These
man.
suck
Yeah.
too. Your shoulders. It all hurts you. It's a good shoulder workout.
I hated it, and it was like only 30 seconds.
And you can put your legs into it as well, like like
Squats,
jumping with
man.
it,
Yeah.
or leaning to one side as you're doing waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up and down, squat and stand, squat and stand. That shit's
Where's
hard.
that at somebody's house? You were doing that?
Yeah.
They have some stuff there. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was work. It worked
Yeah.
for me though,
That
man.
stuff's cool.
My legs are gonna be killing me tomorrow. I know that.
That kind of training is way better than just lifting big heavy weights.
Well, that's why I want to get back in.
It's
I
real
need
training.
I need some cardio.
It's more. I feel like it's more practical for everyday life.
Yeah, because you got like the moves are ditch digger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you did those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bell and hay.
Uh huh.
Or toss
Grave
hay.
diggers. I
Yeah.
call them like some of them are like grave diggers. You do like
Yeah.
that
The world
with
needs
the mace.
ditch diggers too, Danny. Yeah.
I do that, or sometimes I use one of the standard bars, the small bars, like 20 pounds,
Yeah.
with weights at one end, and I use it like a mace and do like those.
I guess that would work. I mean,
that
there's no reason that wouldn't work. It's the
Certain
same
ones.
setup. It just wouldn't be as smooth and round.
Right. It's not as smooth. I want to get some of those mace. They have some things called club bells too. They're like two little handles that you like. There's like short maces kind of, but they're like little bats, metal bats, but they're heavier, I guess.
Yeah.
About like that long, I would assume. And you do things with them, like you could hit the tire or swing them around or whatever. Crazy
yeah,
stuff like
killed it.
that.
Did you see this thing about the homeless people that work in Disney World?
No, I have not heard about homeless people working in Disney World.
I don't know. They're trying to. I
Tell
think
us
they're
about
trying to infer that they don't pay enough at Disney World.
Really?
Yeah.
And so these people work there, but they're homeless?
Well, apparently they live in a hotel for as long as they can without paying rent, or maybe they do pay rent. I don't know. Some of them probably do. Some of them probably don't. And then they just move to another hotel, and they're living from one hotel to the next hotel.
Isn't that more expensive than renting a place, living in hotel rooms? I mean,
You would think, but I mean, if you're not paying them though, if you're just
Oh, they're
renting
just-
them and then leaving without paying for, like, you pay for the first 2 months and then you save up for 3 months to move somewhere else to pay for the first 2 months. You know what I mean?
yeah. Wow. I guess so.
What do you think? You think Disney World should have to pay their people more? They pay them $8.03 an hour. Is what it apparently. I'm sure they every 6 months they get a 15-cent raise or something like that.
I mean, is that minimum wage?
I bet. Yeah,
It would
in
have to
Florida,
be.
8.03 is $8.03 an hour.
Man, you would think their minimum wage would be a little higher in Florida.
Well, I would say no. I mean, I don't think Disney should have to pay more than they think is a fair price for the jobs that they need.
I mean, put an application in somewhere else and keep working there if you get the job.
There's
somewhere.
also apparently in that county that Disney is located in, there's no homeless shelters and there's no like relief places that you can go and basically get a free place to live for a while. Nothing like that set up.
Well, how is that Disney's fault?
That's what I mean, why would you force them to? They're probably meant these jobs to be for students that are off during the summer, taking tickets. You can't raise a family on ticket booth sales.
Yeah.
And if there is no support system in the community, move. If you truly are homeless, you have no reason to stay where you're at. Beg for gas money and move to a place where they do have a shelter or some type of a place that'll help you get back on your feet.
Yeah. I mean, think about how many people work there, you know what I mean? Like, at Disney.
Oh, yeah, thousands.
Yeah.
Sure of it.
Like, it's not that, like, that's just like a job anywhere. Because of your situation, you think that your employer should have to pay for your living expenses? They're just saying it to Disney because they have they're a big company. But just because they're big, I mean, I don't know how they help out with the homeless. Maybe they do donate to homeless shelters and shit like that, but who knows? It's definitely not their fault. I was reading this
article and they were trying to infer like maybe they should pay $10.50 or maybe they should just up their. Maybe this might.
It really is a job and a minimum. It's for kids like that are out for the summer to come get a job for the summer, and it's intro jobs.
Yeah,
it's really what those jobs are. I'm sure.
I don't believe in minimum wage laws.
Or a little side job during the summer, or something.
I think minimum wage laws are Omnit.
Is that what
the company you were talking about? Omnit.
Onnit. Onnit. ONNIT.
ONNIT.
Yeah. That's where you got them.
Yeah. They're good quality.
Yeah. They have a lot of good shit, man. And you can get them in kits. They have battle ropes. They have kettlebells. They have primal bells that have gorilla faces on them, and they have zombie kettlebells that have zombie faces. You should check them out. ONNIT.
Well, apparently
they have a bunch of good
checked
food.
It out. He got 2 things from there.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even see it. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't believe in a minimum wage.
Is that libertarian beliefs by the majority? Is that like
probably?
Like they don't.
You don't necessarily have to though. See, the thing about being a libertarian is you're not always going to agree with the people in your own party, but that's okay. You don't have to. You know what I mean? As long as you're not going to make a law that affects my life, we can disagree about anything you want to. You know what I mean? So we're allies with everyone. Because even I would still put people over party. So even if I, say, got elected to an office, I would... I don't know.
Come on, man. Don't lose you got to practice your speech.
I know, but...
can't be distracted.
I am distracted. I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
You lose.
I lose, yeah. I lose whatever debate it was. It was, it was about minimum wage,
Um, but yeah, definitely Disney is not responsible. That's not like, it's yeah, no. All right, what else do we have? There was another topic you were talking about. I thought it would be good.
Oh, about the cops searching your cell phones
Yeah, what's that?
without a warrant. They can just go through them and erase whatever they want.
Do you have an article on that?
There was, but I think I probably closed it out.
I think you can find it.
All I know is right now it's in the Supreme Court, and it's about police officers searching your phone without a warrant. Like, are they allowed to just arrest you, pick up your phone, and start
checking texts and stuff?
start going through it?
And they said you can?
Well, I don't know. It's in the Supreme Court right now. It could either way they want it to go.
What do you think? I don't know. I don't think that's cool.
I don't think it's cool either, but
That without that, you should need a search warrant.
yeah. Or just not. I mean, I guess with a search warrant you could do it, but yeah, you definitely shouldn't be able.
I mean,
to
I don't even think like that's. Yeah, that's kind of.
That's an invasion of my privacy. I might have a
Big
message
time.
from anyone on there, or an email, or
Yeah.
a text, or anything.
I might be.
There's a lot of crazy
I might be
laws,
undercover with the Secret Service,
That's true.
and you don't know what I'm doing, pricks. Look at my fucking phone.
Am I being detained?
You can shove my phone up.
Can I go freely?
Yeah.
I'm being
What are you
detained.
doing with my phone, prick? What are you looking at my pictures for?
Yeah.
What do you need to look at my pictures for?
Trying to see if you got anything good on there.
Oh, of course. You're trying to see.
I just don't see that happening.
You don't see it passing?
No, that'd be a grave injustice if it was.
Yeah. They probably already have tried it, and that's why there was a problem, and then whatever.
How about the Google buys the surveillance drone company Titan Aerospace?
What's that? What?
Google buys a drone company, Titan Aerospace.
Why?
I think they want to deliver packages within a few hours.
I'm thinking, it's the government is going to get control of that, and then when you log on to your Google, they're going to send the drone and blow you up because they know exactly where you're at.
I believe that could happen if someone somehow took over a drone. It doesn't even have to be a drone at that point. You just fly at radio control.
Can you believe that that's even legal to do?
What,
To
radio
kill
control?
Americans with a drone? With nothing, like just you drop a bomb on them with no questions?
That's not really
Anybody?
legal.
They can do it with anybody. Yeah, they've done it before.
I mean,
Is it Americans?
It can't be for no reason. Americans have been killed by
Yeah, but
drones.
with no questioning. They don't like capture them and question them and run through court. No trial. Just boom, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like that should not be allowed.
Well, I mean, if they're enemy combatants and they're in the act of actively attacking or...
All right, we need to. Yeah, we should research that. Or if anybody has access right now.
Research it. What? You can't kill Americans unless you have a reason.
But they don't have to go through the court, right? They can just drone them.
Not like... No, not your average citizen.
Who did we drone? People overseas
Yeah.
in the war.
Usually,
But that was messed up too because
that is messed up. I believe
the civilian innocent casualty rate to the actual target is ridiculous. And then half the time, who knows? They switch cell phones and stuff. And they shoot a drone to that cell phone connection, and it's not even the guy that they were trying to get.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure they have to have some type of check. There should have some type of check system before they do it. But yeah, you're probably right. You know what I mean? They're just out there willy-nilly sending drones at people. But, I think Google just wants to deliver packages. It's coming, man. No matter what.
Like a little drone's gonna bring a package down to
You
your.
order something that's under 10 pounds, and you order it, and then they send it up. They have like a main base in every state, and they just send it
Like
up.
a big plane up there, or what? A main base like on the ground.
Yeah.
And okay,
Packaging, like
imagine how
storage
many
bags.
drones are gonna be in the air though to be doing that. How many drones they would have to make?
100 years from now, millions, hundreds of millions.
I mean, there's gonna be like because it's only gonna be bringing one package, and hopefully
The Pentagon has a drone. My headphones something just happened to them.
What can you hear?
I think the left side, something just happened to it.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's all right. That'll work.
No, we can fix it.
It just came really loud all there. That's better.
Is it better or not?
Yeah. It was loud, real loud all of a sudden. But anyway, yeah, there's going to be hundreds of millions of drones. Never mind. It was on my end.
Delivering shit?
Yeah.
Really?
Anything like under 10 pounds. But the Pentagon has a space drone.
They would need one
Been up in
that
space
could
for
hold
like 8 months.
like 5-10 pound packages, so they could at least drop off 5 on one trip or
That's
something.
50
like
packages or
50 pounds.
50
I
pounds.
mean, it
That's
couldn't
a
carry.
lot, man.
How much is a missile?
Yeah,
That's
but
not how you say it, but I
most-
like saying it like that all the time. I saw it in the movies.
most of those drones that fire
Hit it with the
missiles
missile.
are flying drones, not helicopter drones. The good things about the small ones is they're fairly safe.
Oh.
But you know someone's going to step on one on purpose and sue and get lots of money. They're going to be like, hey, if you get one of these delivered, you got to accept responsibility for anything happening to anyone on your own property.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if you ran into a drone or one came down too close to a pet, you know, anything like that, someone's going to get hurt by one of them one day. It's going to malfunction and
It's fall on somebody's head.
Exactly. Even if the propellers wouldn't cut them up, it's still
It's gonna drop your package through your front door and it knocks you out.
Yeah, damaged property
Yeah. It does like a drive-by drop. Bam!
right into the front window.
Like the paper boy used to do with the paper. I'm gonna bounce it off the front door. Bam!
But, you know, imagine ordering something and having it 3 hours later, 4 hours later. How nice would that be? Too close?
That would be sweet. No, you're good.
People would be on that. But drones are coming, man. You can't. There's no way they are not going to be everywhere in 50 years.
What do you think? 50 years, they'll be everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, and that's a far off estimate. It probably won't even take that long to have like several 100,000 in the air. I'm talking about 100 million, 50 years. Several 100,000, probably the next 10 years. You're going to be able to get real-time video from anywhere on Earth. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Because of drones flying around
yeah,
with cameras.
yes, real-time video anywhere on Earth,
Not anywhere.
anywhere.
No, not all deep in the rainforest in Congo.
Why not?
There won't be that many drones.
You take a drone and you land it right in the middle.
Oh, and like you control these drones and they'll fly where you need it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
You
it
think
costs,
there'll be that many to go
Listen,
anywhere?
They have some free drones set up, and then they have rent a drone or buy a drone.
And
or,
you control it off of
yeah,
this.
you can control it for.
Holy crap, they will.
You can control it for 5 hours.
Let's just get in on it now.
$100.
Let's get in on it. Like let's get our .com,
Invest
rentadrone.com right now.
heavily in drones.
And then you rent this drone with Bitcoin and nobody knows you rented it.
Yeah, that would be true. That's a true statement.
That's the way to do it. Yes. I knew Bitcoin would be useful for something.
Someday.
So that's our investment. We're gonna buy Bitcoin now, which it's down. It's like 400 something a Bitcoin now. I'm glad I
just
didn't.
couldn't spend that much.
I'm glad I didn't buy one when it was $800. You don't have to buy a whole one. You can buy $20 worth to start with.
Then you won't even have a whole Bitcoin?
You don't need a whole Bitcoin. That's the cool thing about Bitcoin. It can be broken down to less than a penny if you need. You know what I mean? Like, it can be, it's...
Okay, so that's one of the pros to it.
Yeah, it can be any amount.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like any...
I don't know how I feel about digital currency.
But yeah, I mean, you don't really need anything less than a penny, but you can do it that way. But it's instant. That's the thing. It's instant, direct, bam.
Yeah, I mean, that is nice. But it's also totally fairy tale made up. It's digital. It's just knowledge that could be lost.
Did you see where they thought they found Satoshi Nakamoto?
I don't know who that is, so no, I did not
The
see that.
inventor of Bitcoin.
What's he been missing for so many years, or supposed dead?
It was synonymous. Nobody, like, he was
Anonymous?
just synonymous. He had a name, but no identification. I think that's synonymous. Look it up. Yeah.
Pseudonymous?
Yeah. See. Make sure. Yeah. Look that up.
I will. But anyway, what'd he do?
He was the founder of Bitcoin. He wrote the original program, but this guy's name was Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto, and he wasn't the Satoshi Nakamoto that invented Bitcoin, but people were hounding him and crap, and like he got a bunch of shit from it. For sure.
I don't know. I can't even find it.
Synonymous.
Anyway.
You can't find it?
But anyway, yeah. And you'll probably be able to rent a drone and from your phone, just walk. It could just follow you around all day and keep a watch on your area or whatever. And you can control it with your phone.
Okay, here. Let me...
Wi-Fi.
Synonymous. Having the same or nearly the same meaning as another word or phrase in the same language.
Okay. So it's when two things sound the same. I think you used it wrong. I think what you were looking for was
Yeah,
anonymous.
Well, but he had a name. Like they thought he had a name.
Yeah.
Or he gave a name. What is that? It's not like he gave a
like
name.
A name would be like meaning.
But
to
it wasn't
football.
his real name.
I think John Madden is synonymous with football.
Okay, wait. A word having the same or nearly the same meaning as another word. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see what having the same meaning. Well, he gave a name. He was anonymous, but yeah.
So is he rich or dead or what?
Well, they don't know. Like, that's the thing. They thought they found the guy because they found this guy with the name. He was like, if I was going to be the inventor of Bitcoin, I'm not going to use my real name, Satoshi Nakamoto. He's like, my name is Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto, and I would not use my real name if I'm going to do, like...
Maybe he's just trying to play it off.
Maybe he's playing... Yeah,
man,
like, he's like
caught
those...
me slipping, I'm just going to play it off.
Like, back in the day, like, the gangster mob leaders...
Are we talking about in Japan?
There was somebody, in America, like the mobsters, like would
dead rabbits,
like act like they're like a crazy guy. There was one guy who would act like he was a crazy guy on the street.
Okay, like a homeless man.
Yeah, like just kind of like walking the street like a crazy guy or whatever. But he's actually out there. He's the mob leader, walking out there. So they think he's like some crazy guy. That was his
cover.
Yeah. It was not until who was that guy? Big mobster.
Al Capone.
No. Before. Oh, I think before him.
Before, wow. I don't know. I'm not up on my mob bosses.
Me either. But like that, whoever that like they used to be undercover, and then one guy was just all flashy about it, and he was. Didn't hide it, who he was. They used to hide, acting like the crazy guy on the corner.
That way they wouldn't get caught?
Yeah, and then this guy, he's just out flashing his big gold watches. And
like, no, I'm a mob boss.
Yeah. but I can't remember the name of the guy. I hate repeating shit I heard that I don't remember
You know nothing
completely.
about. You should have researched it then.
Well, I didn't know I'm going to talk about it. That's the thing. That's why we are known as the ADD podcast.
Yeah.
We
that is
cannot
a
help it.
True statement.
That's all it is. I mean, like it or not. The ADD.
What was that other thing you were talking about doing with the podcast? Like having it where it's just like a radio?
Oh, well, we'll probably have the video as well, but we'll have audio on it as well, so you can listen to it on like SoundCloud or something probably.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming
Just
soon.
the audio though. Just
Yeah.
like the podcast of it. Anyway.
Yeah, just the sound of it.
That's how most podcasts are, aren't they?
Well, no, they're both. Actually, a lot of them do have both that you can do, and so that way, if you don't want to look at our ugly mugs, if you get tired of looking
Speak
at
for
us,
yourself.
you know, I like watching myself. That's why we do it. No. But yeah,
I
we'll
wanted
have
to
SoundCloud.
remind everybody to go out and vote in the primary, man.
Yes, go vote, please. Even if you're not gonna vote Libertarian, still go vote.
Yeah.
Make a difference.
That's true. But if you want to help the libertarian cause, and
Please.
we need like 10 more people to register or to vote in the primary as a get a libertarian ballot. Basically, in Ohio, it's weird. You gotta vote in the primary to register your party.
Libertarians only had 2 people on the ballot, right?
Yeah, 2 write-ins.
Mhm.
Oh man, I'm off my game.
Yeah, we're gonna get you some public speaking podcasts or audiobooks. I've got one I'll recommend. I've got it on my library, and we got to work on your PR.
My PR. We had some really good ideas last night about some campaign issues and some slogans, and I just cannot remember what they were. Some of them were funny though. But it's going to be a good run.
You didn't write them down?
Didn't write them down.
You have to write this stuff down, man.
There's a lot of stuff I always talk about though, like I won't sign any bills that are stacked, like 4 bills in one.
Yeah, no, it's
Especially
one at a
if
time.
it has nothing to do with what the topic is that is labeled.
Is that what happened a long, long time ago? Like they had the what was it? Our Constitution,
Yeah.
and then that's our laws or whatever. Was that kind of the first laws that we had?
Well, yeah,
We were
Let
gonna
me
live
stop you.
by
though.
okay.
The Constitution is not our first set of laws. It's the first set of laws for the government.
Right.
So it's not laws for us. It's laws for politicians, the president.
The first
judges.
10 laws. Is there 10? 14?
Are you talking about
The Constitution? Is there
Yeah.
so many? Is it like the 10 Commandments, sort of? Like it has like a number, a number system.
Well, you can add into it as the years go on by. We have added into
I know that's
the
what I'm
Constitution.
getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I was wondering how it was originally wrote if we had stayed to living, running our country by that instead of adding, because I feel like when they add one thing, that throws the balance out of whack, and they have to change a bunch of other things to compensate for that. And each time they make a change, it's like a ripple effect. And then there's way more laws created from that.
Created from what exactly?
From one change in the original Constitution.
Yeah.
They made one change. Well, that one change, affects a lot of other things that they end up having to make other laws for. And it makes a ripple effect of laws rippling off of that one change. And then if they change again, there's more ripples off of it. Now we have like a quadrillion laws, a law book so big you couldn't hold it.
Yeah. Well, the problem with what America's doing to the Constitution is they're using it as laws against citizens instead of laws against their government. And you really want to avoid, besides, from the major ones, rape, theft, murder, and things like that, you want to keep your laws to a minimum. You don't want to make a bunch of laws to regulate people as long as they're not hurting other people or taking their property or, violating them somehow. You want to keep your laws very simple. But, we have a bunch of just ridiculous laws nowadays that, probably really shouldn't even be there.
Yeah, because of just one change.
Yeah.
Really. Like, do you feel like if our country was running like our forefathers had wrote out in that Constitution or whatever they wrote?
Yeah, somewhat.
I mean, it would be still doing pretty good.
I think we're doing
all
right.
The changes I feel like are what really, one change, just the butterfly effect.
I think America still ran pretty properly.
Man, they're trying to take our guns and shit, man. I will not stand for this. They already took my damn 22 ammos out of Walmart.
It is hard to find 22s around here, man. The long rounds.
I haven't been trying to find, but that's what I would need if I had to.
I've been trying to find them. They get only very few boxes in it, like Dunham.
So if you have them, are they worth a lot of money?
They're probably worth more than they should be if you got them. But I've got a nice stockpile, and I'd try to get them every opportunity I can because sometimes they're hard to find whenever you need them.
Do you
But anyway, I forgot to keep telling people about. We need 30 people to get a Libertarian ballot. There is 2 people on the ballot for the Libertarian Party, which I was in the process of looking up.
Do you listen to Ron Paul?
Do I listen to him?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Like a podcast or follow him or anything?
I don't do too much, but I like to read some of the stuff that he puts out.
Is he a libertarian?
Yeah.
I kind of got that impression a little bit.
He is. He's probably the most libertarian person ever to be a Republican, I think.
Okay.
The truth. Are you talking about Ron Paul or Rand Paul, right?
Ron
Paul.
The older guy.
Yeah. Okay.
That ran for president, right?
Yeah.
How about Alex Jones?
I think that I listen to Alex Jones, but I just like to kind of listen and laugh at it, and just treat it as a story time. You know what I mean? It's like story time at the library with Alex Jones. You know what I mean? And he just tells you different stories the way some other people. I like to hear how other people feel and things that they believe to be true, and you know what I mean? I like that stuff. Getting other people's opinions, and I think it's funny most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
They're funny opinions.
Yeah, you can cut holes in a lot of the stories, and some of them are just way overboard. It's like, there's a station, AM, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like from 2 in the morning to, it's called I think Coast to Coast, 2 in the morning to 5:30 in the morning or something like that. And people just call in and talk about anything they want. Weird alien stuff, Bigfoot stuff, government conspiracy stuff. There's some good ones on there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it called?
I think it's called Coast to Coast AM. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's on late, 2 to 4 in the morning.
I have some kind of podcast with all those crazy assholes, like Alex Jones and Ron Paul. And wait, it's called Truth Seeker.
Well, that's awesome.
It's got Alex Jones, the Scott Horton Show, Stuff They Don't Want You to Know, The Young Turks, Red Ice Radio,
The Young Turks,
Robert Morningstar, Kickboxing Kids, Democracy, Ron Paul. Those are all conspiracy queries. The Corbett Report.
I got the name of the guy, Bob Burgess for auditor, and Kevin Needler for Secretary of State.
Go vote for those guys now. Well, you can't do it now. Tomorrow,
You can't. Oh yeah,
online.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can do it.
no,
Online. When's
you're
that
right.
coming? That we need that. But you're gonna go to the voting place. If you're not registered, you're gonna register. It's super simple. It took
No,
like
you can't register anymore. The deadline's over for that.
you can
now.
register anytime, can't you? To
No,
vote?
no. You can only register a month at up to you can register for next year's vote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can register. I mean,
But you
yeah.
can't. You won't be able to vote.
Well,
in this
if you're
primary.
registered, but you should still go register now and just get it out of the way. It takes less than 10 minutes to do. If you're voting, it takes a little longer than just registering. To register, it's just like it probably take 2 minutes. Really, you fill out a little information, and that's it, and you're out of there. Right?
Yeah,
Right?
voting was really easy. I early voted.
Yeah,
I
I did
wanted to
too.
get in
I
there.
wasn't in there 10 minutes, and I registered and all, and voted.
It takes no time at all.
I mean, I was like, well, this guy,
You
I'm
go
supporting
in.
these libertarian motherfuckers right here, and we're getting in the office,
No, man,
and we're taking
you go
over.
in and
That's
you
what I
tell 'em-
said.
All I did is I went in and I asked him for a libertarian ballot.
I told
to
him
vote
my
in the
libertarian. I told him that's what I wanted. And I was like, is that bad?
primary. Is that
You guys
bad?
got a problem with that? And they're like, oh no, that's cool.
They're
Yeah,
bipartisan.
they do whatever.
They're hard workers down there. They're
I was
all right.
like, well, I agree with the libertarians way more than these other assholes on the left and right.
Well, I'd have to say that that's true for me. I would probably word it a little different if it was coming out of my mouth, but that's
No,
basically true
you-
what you just said.
Need to put your foot down and speak the truth, Deke. You need to be the Deke Deacon. The Deke Deacon. You need to show us the Deke Deacon and run some shit.
I told you I'm
Get politically correct.
I'm gonna run on the format of I'm not gonna vote for complicated
Common
bills,
sense laws.
Common sense laws. If you're gonna try to overcomplicate something, then obviously it's not very good.
You're not going to hide some shit under some
Exactly.
shit.
Well, that would be like stacking bills
I'll
and
be-
passing them all at once.
This is perfect, dude. I'm going to be your little bulldog, like a little chihuahua yapping behind you. You little sons of bitches. Like, I'll be that little guy. You don't have to say it all. I'll just
You'll
say
be
it
my
for you.
translator.
Yeah. You guys are going to write some shit under some shit. You're going to write this shit common sense clearly for the Deke Deacon. You know who you're dealing with right here? This is the Deke Deacon.
I don't know if I could have you in the state house like that though.
Man, we will take over that
I mean,
place.
what would that
We're gonna
official position
We're
be?
gonna walk in and we're gonna have a jam box on our shoulder and we're gonna hit play and it's gonna be Lil Wayne. I run this bitch and I'm gonna make money.
I don't know. That might be a little over the top. That might be like the movie Idiocracy.
I thought that's what you wanted to be.
Have you ever seen Idiocracy?
No,
It's funny.
I thought that you wanted to make a statement. Come on, man.
Well, I'd like to make a statement in other
All right.
ways, more positive, productive
I
ways.
could do that too. I was just getting excited in it, man.
That's all right. Be excited.
I'm ready. Full speed ahead.
Get out there and get them votes. So it's Bob Bridges for the auditor and Kevin Needler for Secretary of State.
Yes, those are the libertarian write-ins
Yep.
on the ballot.
Ask for a ballot. They'll find it on the computer. Type in libertarian. They'll give you the ballot. It's not very big, but the important thing is to get registered as a libertarian because in Ohio they're trying to do away with the third party. You know what I mean? They want to make it harder and harder for someone to run under something besides
Like an
a
independent
Republican.
or
Yeah.
anything.
Well, I don't know if independent's included, but Green Party, Constitutional Party, you know what I mean, Labor Party. I'm sure there's several different parties out there. And, I mean, you can't let that happen. That's
No.
just ridiculous. Why would you want to limit? And
Anybody should
what's
be able to
horrible-
run.
I think our primary is horrible. I think whenever you go to register to vote, you can just register whatever you want. And I think you should be able to go change it every 15 days or, I mean, however long. You should be able to change it more than once in a year if you want to. It shouldn't have any significant meaning. And like the way we do our primary, I wish they did more of like an open primary where they put everyone on one ballot. Everyone can come in and vote. And just because there's two different parties, like this way, more people that are in the middle will get elected. You know what I mean? It won't be so conservative or so liberal. It'll be like people just based in reality in the middle.
Are you gonna wear a suit?
I don't see why. Why should I wear a suit?
What are you gonna wear? A button-up shirt, or are you
I
gonna
probably
just
could.
wear a t-shirt?
I'll let my wife dress me if I want to impress people. If not, I mean, I would just go up to the state house like this. I mean,
Impact Fist. What is it?
Iron Impact.
Iron Impact, bitches.
Yeah.
And just puff your chest up.
I don't need to do all that.
You don't have to even say anything. Yeah, you got that shirt on right there. That says it all.
I'd be like,
the shirt says it all.
Kick in the front door. What's up, boys? I'm here to kick some ass.
Yeah. or you have to give an ultimatum that you're out of.
All I came to do was read my newspaper and fight people. Looks like I just finished up today's paper. Common sense laws, man. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to take people's money and give it to other people.
Yeah, it's
let people
straighten this shit up. It's what we're about, right?
I want more personal responsibility. I want things to fall more on the person in the community than on a federal level.
Right.
And I just want a balanced budget so that the national debt is not keep growing. You know what I mean? I can't do
that's a
like
thing
that
that's
at a state level.
on.
But I want to make sure Ohio State is budgeted and has things that they need and is doing away with waste. The first thing I would do is probably bring a bill that says no one should get paid over minimum wage that works in the Senate or the House.
Here's something that you need to see that I like about Ron Paul's little app.
Yeah.
Look at that's the national debt growing. That's how fast it's growing. Every day, all day, it's going that fast.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous.
What's it? 17 trillion.
It's a made-up number now. It's quadrillion or something. They're just making up.
No, this is 17 trillion 124 billion 937 million 340. I can't keep up now. It's 400,000. 500,000.
When you have kids and they breathe a breath of life, they're already in debt for being an American citizen. Isn't that weird to think that?
What? How much debt?
They probably have like $50,000 or $60,000 debt just because of the national debt. So anyway,
how we fix that shit?
I don't know. You can't do that from a state level. You gotta have senators, congressmen, and a president that are just willing to say, you know, we need to start. You need to be balanced. You need to spend less. That means less programs for everyone. That means a smaller military force. Technologically, yes, we should keep up. But manpower-wise, if anyone really did attack America in a hostile manner, you would have enough volunteers where you would not need, you know what I mean? You would have volunteers to go fight. You wouldn't have to have
as long as we had our freaking ammo and guns.
Exactly. You will never have foreign soldiers on American soil as far as the mainland of America.
Unless they take all of our guns. You know, that's...
because
we wouldn't let that shit happen.
You have 200 million soldiers at any given time whenever your citizens have
guns. I've always felt like that's one thing that's kept somebody from trying to invade our country is everybody's got a gun.
Yeah, you're not going to just run through here like...
and we're crazy.
Yeah.
They think we're crazy, I bet. We are crazy.
I think Americans have an attitude of not wanting to be told what to do, even when no one's really even telling them what to do. Like, I think they're the guy in the club with the attitude. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said something. You know what I mean? You talking to me? What are you talking to me for?
Yeah.
Like, everybody.
Did I say something to you?
Yeah, that's the guy in the club who's got it. That's America.
Huh? What are you talking about? You talking to me, huh? I'd smack you. What was it?
I'll throw you a beating.
I'll throw you a beating, huh?
Throw you a beating.
You watch your mouth. I throw you a beating, huh? Forgot about it.
I'm gonna come out there.
Yeah. American motherfuckers.
But anyway, I don't think you can do anything about a national debt from the state level, but you could set a good example in your state by being balanced, which at a state level, I mean, yeah, it would mess with a few things. It would mean privatizing and opening up to like bids a few like city areas and things like that. But yeah, the first thing I would do is vote for everyone in this House and the Senate, all the representatives in Ohio. You have to work for a minimum wage, 40-hour a week minimum wage salary. Whatever that number would total, that's what you get. And you should be lucky to have that. You know what I mean? You should feel honored that someone chose you to go represent them and speak for them on that kind of level. And I'm afraid that a lot of people don't get into it for that. I think they get into it for the money, the power that you wield whenever you're allowed to make laws and make things, regulations.
And then they change those laws for money.
Yeah, of course. That's the way it works.
To make more money in their pockets.
So I would have to I'd have to never accept money from anything but private citizens in order to do that. If you want me to be there, you would have to give me a couple dollars to contribute to my campaign.
Right.
You know what I mean? I couldn't have any businesses or any lobbyists giving me money to run my campaign. Because I don't want to owe somebody a favor. Whenever someone gives money to you, you owe them something. Nothing's free. No one gives you free money to do with what you want. You are now indebted to them because they have given you something. It's just like a loan from the bank. You know what I mean? You don't own the house. The bank owns that house until you pay them 3 times what it cost in the first place.
Yeah. Bank owns that car.
Yeah. You don't
Pricks.
own that.
That's why.
Even after you get it from the bank, you don't own your land if you don't pay your taxes.
Bitcoin car lots. We talked about that, didn't we?
No.
I talked about that with somebody.
A car lot where you just use...
You could accept Bitcoin.
Is this in Canada or somewhere else? Because that's against the law, I think, in Ohio. I'm not positive, but it might be. Or not just in Ohio, but in America.
The Bitcoin goes into your Bitcoin account, which goes into you convert it and it goes into your bank account. And it's cash.
They're going to stop that soon, though, I believe.
Yeah, they don't like it.
Because they are not getting their cut.
Yeah, that's what they don't like. They don't like not having that control.
If you don't pay your taxes, they take your land.
Pricks.
Can you imagine?
I can't stand that.
You just spent $100,000 or $200,000 buying a nice piece of property, and because you can't afford to pay for the tax now, you don't have property anymore. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
And really crappy.
Yeah, they'll just take. Yeah.
There's got to be states where they don't do that, though. No, I mean, it's all federal land anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you don't want the federal government to be too powerful.
That's why we're going to restore America with the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
We're going to put the power in the people's hands and more in the people's hands, less in the government.
The thing I seem to find about the Libertarian Party is we will always put people over party. You know, I mean, Libertarians are a loose... we're not all the same.
Life is about love. And we're spreading the love to the people.
It's not even about love. It's about just respecting other people's property. Well, it might be like that to you, and that's okay. But to me, it means I don't have to agree with you or your lifestyle.
Just giving people being fair to people.
Yeah. As long as you're doing nothing to harm me or damage my property or deprive me of my property, you can do whatever you want.
Having morals over money.
I don't even care if you have money over morals. Just don't hurt me in any way.
Well, that's what money over morals is.
No.
Like, if a few hundred people die, but I make billions, it's all right. Is that cool? That ain't cool.
No, that's not cool, but not everything's like that.
No.
Yeah.
What is up with that guy on that ranch?
Oh, the Bundy Ranch? Or
Yeah.
whatever it was?
I heard that, like, kind of turns out he's not such a cool guy.
Are you talking about
Maybe.
where they say he had the racist rant? That really.
I don't know.
Well, they claim that. Well, they don't claim they had a. I haven't even heard it because everything's propaganda to me. I mean, I don't know what's real or fake, but they say he had some racist remarks or something on an audio tape or some type of interview that he did. But a lot of people don't think it's racist at all. They think he's just 80 years old, and
That's how he talks.
Yeah, that's how he talks, and that's how he feels. I like honesty like that. That's the problem with America now. You can't be honest anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's so many sensitivity laws out there.
Yeah. Now they have that thing called fat. What is it called? Oh shit. It's like whenever you make somebody feel bad about not being skinny, you're like, you're not calling them fat, but you're calling them not skinny, or sort of.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it's called fat shaming.
Fat shaming.
Yes, look it
I've
up.
never even heard of that.
Fat shaming.
I don't want to look it up. I don't care about it. It's probably a horrible thing. I wouldn't do it to anyone.
Like if we had an overweight friend. No. It's like people. It's the people that are claiming
have another hot dog. What is that?
No. The people that are being fat shamed are the ones that are going out of proportion. It would be like that. Like there's a fat person here. Me and you are eating 10 hot dogs. Like, oh man, these hot dogs are so good. I could just eat them, or like. Or it could be like this, man. I could eat like 40 of these, and I probably wouldn't gain 5 pounds, or kind of just like. And then they'd be like, "Oh, they're fucking they're making fun of me."
Man,
for being fat.
That'd be hard to not ever do anything like that. Because I lose weight fast in the summer, and I can't help it. I gain weight in the winter. I gain usually 20, 25 pounds.
You're a bear. You hibernate.
And then I lose it like. We're in spring, and I'm already
get out and
I'm
get
below
it
200 already, and it's spring.
You're shedding your winter coat.
Yeah. I try to tell my wife that, and she does not believe me. She's like, I think you just get fat and lazy in the winter. Yeah, I know, because it's cold outside.
And you move slower in the winter, and it's like bears hibernate. They put on some fat and go hibernate and sleep.
There's less sun.
Yeah. Chill. The beast is coming back out.
I know. It's probably not good for you, though, to lose weight like that.
Yeah, it's not that bad, is it?
I don't know. It can't
just
be
fat. Is it just fat, you think?
I feel like it's coming off in a safe amount of time. 25 pounds, probably since late February, beginning of March. It's like 8 weeks. I mean, 25 pounds in 8 weeks. That's not even probably a record. That's probably not even good. That's a bad pace.
Yeah. No.
But I'm going to start hiking again.
In 8 weeks? No, that's not bad. No.
That's a safe.
I think that's safe, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I want to start hiking again, too, out at Great Seal. Maybe find some other places. I'd like to get a big enough piece of property down in North Carolina where I one day hope to move to North Carolina.
When's the next camping trip?
Mount Whitney. California.
I can't do that.
It's going to be about. Well, I mean, yeah, we could probably get a local. Oh yeah, you want to come out to the shelter?
What's that? When's that?
We got a little shelter out in the woods. We camp out, have fires.
Depends if I could make it when it is, and.
It would have to be on a Sunday night, a Monday, or a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, or a Thursday. Any of those nights. I can't get much better than that for you, though.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. It's fun, man. I love camping. Cooking over the grill. Building stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been camping in a while.
Take the chainsaws up. Build a cabin. We've got a nice shelter there right now. It just needs a roof. The hardest part.
Oh, yeah? What do you need for the roof?
Well, we've tried plastic, but branches fall and just you can't find a hard enough plastic. So I think we may try to end up using pallets and plastic to help kind of fill in more space, or setting branches across there long ways if we had enough. Things like that. But the plastic just wasn't strong enough on its own. It's going to need a lot of like trees or branches in the middle to support it.
So you just made it out of the stuff in the woods?
Yeah, timber. Just cut down timber and use that. Oh, dude, man, we only got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, well, 5 by the record clock, but 3 by real time, by the time. But, yeah. So remember, guys, go to Facebook, www.facebook.com/Blue Wall Podcast. Like the Blue Wall Podcast page, and we put stuff on there, some topics and we want comments. We need feedback and tell us what you want to discuss as well. But give us feedback on what we post on there, and that's what we can discuss on the show. And then you go to Ustream, start a profile, www.ustream.com.
Right now, what should the screen be showing? Should it be showing that thumbs up?
Yeah, that's the Facebook.
It's taking us through all the places to get in contact.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so you're gonna go on there and on Facebook and do all that, and then we have on Twitter we have our handle @Blue Wall Podcast, which we post stuff on there. You can ask questions or post feedback or whatever,
or come on the show.
Yeah, we always are looking for guests. We want to hear about your cool life, or what's not cool about it.
What do you hate?
Nothing sad.
Bring me your
nothing
anger.
Down. We want happiness.
That's not true. You
Okay.
don't always have to be happy.
All right, whatever. Just come on.
Sad stuff
Just
happens.
whatever.
Man. You gotta accept it. Accept it.
All right. And then we'll be back next week, Sunday, 8:30.
Yep.
We don't know who we're gonna have yet because everybody keeps saying they want to do it and then they don't. Then they can't.
Lames.
Stuff happens. It's called Podcast Posers. There is a definition. Also, if you want or if you would go on to Twitter, follow this guy @DeekDeacon on Twitter. He never checks it. He never posts anything.
I post things from Listia, which is an auction site. That's it.
Yeah, and we're not even sure if he has any followers.
I probably have no followers.
So let's see if we can get him some followers.
Disappointed.
@DeekDeacon on Twitter, please, guys. He needs followers.
I don't ever use it. The only reason I got it is because I could get points for sharing things.
You can also follow me @JuKitsu on Twitter. And
yeah, you probably actually type on yours though.
It's
followers. Functional.
I have a bunch of followers on Twitter because I followed a bunch of people.
So they followed.
I joined
back.
Team Follow Back. I kept posting that for a while and I got followers.
Nice.
Like I got over 1,000 or something for sure.
Team Follow Back. Follow back, y'all.
Yeah. Follow back, y'all. Follow back. That's right.
Well, there it is, man.
That's it. All right, guys.
Everybody
next
have
Sunday.
a pleasant evening.
Next Sunday, Blue Wall Podcast, 8:30 p.m.
Get that off button figured out yet?
Oh, I have it. No, I don't.
Nope. That's how it always happens.
Here's what's going to happen. I've got to do a couple things before I just go shutting stuff off. I got to go. I know I need to do this because it's going to make noise. Where's this? Where's the X up here?
I do not know.
Right there. Bam. See, it takes us forever just to shut down the Blue Wall Podcast. We're going back here. All right, guys.
Isn't there just a button that says stop?
Well, I could cut off real quick or I could close out. I mean, I would still have to just do it, but I have to type in stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to be professional, but I wasn't ready that quick for it and
I told you whenever we yeah.
There we go. We'll just have some music close it out. Peace out.